Hello. Right now I'm in Indonesia and I'm going to paint a still life with acrylic paints. I drew a sketch in advance and prepared the workplace. I chose a place where there is a lot of daylight, set up an easel with canvas, a table for paints and brushes. I transfer the sketch to the surface. I draw the outline of the fruits. Using large brushes, I draw basic shapes and add color. Acrylic is a very flexible and versatile material to use. These paints can be painted with both oil and watercolor simply by adjusting the amount of water added. I use both methods in combination. At first I paint like watercolor and then more pasty like oil. Acrylic paints dry very quickly, so I have to work actively to keep the paint on the surface more viscous and pliable. Then it is much easier to make gradients and introduce new colors into the work. I have real fruit props, bananas, papaya, and dragon fruit. So in the process, I can look at them and be even more inspired by the tropical mood. But you need to restrain your appetite so as not to eat them. After I have drawn the main thing, the stage of detailed drawing begins. Now the objects will become more recognizable and understandable. I'm going to work with papaya. I will draw the bones, shape them with a small brush, and also add color to the peel and pulp. There are still many fruits that need to be worked out in detail. At this stage, I would like to share my conclusions about the brushes that I use to work with acrylic. Acrylic is a rather heavy material, so you can't do without elastic brushes. Most often I use synthetic brushes and bristles. When working with acrylic at first, it was difficult for me to understand which brushes are suitable for which stage. And I am still in search of the perfect brush for detailing. Only for fine lines I have already found my favorite. I always try to replenish my collection of brushes, as new brushes are always a new experience. And perhaps this is exactly the brush that you lack to create a masterpiece. In the process of work, of course, mistakes happen. Something has to be completely redrawn or overlaid with paint. Here's how, for example, with this drapery. And just at this moment, the super ability of acrylic paint appears. The layer dried quickly, and I continued my work at the same pace. Detailing is an important stage in painting a picture. It requires the greatest precision and skill, and I continue to learn and practice this. In the end, a very small detail, a brush stroke, a glare, or a bright spot can make the work lively and memorable. One detail can change the perception of a picture. As soon as the paint's dry, I cover the work with a finishing varnish to protect it from external factors and make the color a little richer. Because when completely dry, the acrylic fades a little. By the way, this is the first video on my channel that I comment on, and it's very exciting. Support me by writing a comment under the video, it really inspires me. Thank you for watching and see you later.